Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to VTech Gaming. I'm Kyle Savetic, and today we are going to do a review over the first night of Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I know they've done the beta, I think 2 weeks prior, but this is the first time I've got to experience it myself, and I want my review to be out there. There's a couple of things that I disagree with, and there's a couple of things that I really like. All right. First of all, I'm gonna go through what I really like, and then I kind of go through what I think needs to be improved, just a tad bit of what needs to be done. But let's just go through. I want to go through the kill streaks really quick. You got a personal radar, which is just a little drone that follows you around, and it's just you, a UAV, and it pings enemies nearby you. But that's at 3 kills. Then you have the counter UAV, which is known to self. Counter UAV jam the other people's radar. The counter UAV, simple enough. Another little drone takes 4 kills to get. UAV, your whole team gets to see it. Normal UAV, 4 kills to get. Then you get a 4-kill care package, random. It can be anything that you want to be. Or not anything you want to be, but anything randomly selected. Kill streak, simple enough. Cluster strike is basically like a mortar strike that you pick a target and just gonna keep bombarding. Cruise missile, I love this new cruise missile. Just a tad bit. What I don't like about the cruise missile is that it comes from a certain angle and then down instead of straight down like normal with like the Predator missile. Guided missile, anything like that. That's a little bit that's off that I don't really like, but that is what it is. Precision airstrike. Basically, I can't think of what it's called. What the military terms is, but it's just kind of not like back in Modern Warfare 2. It's more like a machine gun fire down through. Then you have this Wilson, which is a remote controlled UGV with a powerful airburst turret. So basically, it's an unmanned gun vehicle that has an airburst turret. I have not been able to mess with it. Obviously, with being beta, they only have the personal UAV, the UAV, the guided missile, or you could call it the cruise missile, and the chopper gunner. Then you have the infantry assault vehicle. It's basically, I believe you can control it. Yes, you do end up getting to be able to control it through a little device. Or actually, no, my bad. I'm looking at the replay right now of it. It seems like you can actually get into the vehicle of it. So that's awesome that you can get inside this vehicle. That it gives you health and a time measurement that you get to drive this around. The only thing I'm going to say about that is I don't think the map sizes are big enough to use that kind of vehicle. Maybe we can see something along the lines of it looks like multiple people, 2 people can get into it. So this could be really fun, bringing this aspect back into Call of Duty. Emergency airdrop, three random kill streaks that you can get. The VTOL jet is like the Harrier from Modern Warfare 2. Drops a bomb down, like a little bit of an airstrike, and then it just sits there and hovers. Chopper gunner, obviously you control a chopper that goes around and you can gun people. That's at 10 kills. Then you get a white phosphorus, which is like napalm from Black Ops. That's at 10 kills. You get a support helo, which is like the Pavlo from Modern Warfare 2. That's at 11. And then you get the gunship is like the AC-130 from Modern Warfare 2. That's at 12 kills. Advanced UAV is like from the Blackbird of Modern Warfare, or not Black Ops 1, or the advanced UAV throughout the games that you've seen. And then that's at 12 kills. And at 15 is the Juggernaut suit, which is you get a minigun, and then when you die, well, the minigun drops when you die. So maybe someone will be able to pick that up and get to be able to use it. But for the whole on beta, you only get those 3: the personal UAV, the UAV, the guided missile, and the chopper gunner. Now I want to go through these different weapons that you get in the primary. In the assault rifle class, you get the M4A1, then you get the AK-47 and the M13. The M13 is kind of like a mixture of an M16 but fully automatic. M4, highly powerful, very good controlled shots, and very effective at long range. I didn't really like the AK-47 when I used it a couple times. The recoil is a lot to it. The M13, very kind of, it's a high rate of fire but low recoil. Then you have the FAMAS, or in this term, the FR556. It's a 3-round burst, just like normal FAMAS, except from Black Ops. The Odin, kind of looks like the Type 95 from Modern Warfare 2, I believe. Fully automatic, slow cycle to rate, hard hitting. So it's kind of like it's fully automatic, but it's not as fast as shooting. The Kilo kind of reminds me of the ACR from Modern Warfare 2. Kind of looks like that. Then you have the FAL, the single shot fire, semi-automatic. Then they bring back the SCAR. So there's only 2 weapons that are right now that are in the game that are burst weapons or semi-automatic weapons. Then in the submachine gun class, you have the MP5, the MP7, the AUG, the M90, the P90, the PP19 Bison. Then you have the Uzi. MP5 really good, MP7 so. AUG is unbelievably. I didn't know this was a submachine gun until after. It's one of the classes that you can use. It shoots like AAR, but it kind of has the clip of a submachine gun. I can't wait to see what the Uzi has to offer. The PP19, or is it the PP20, that kind of like the water gun? It kind of looks like that. Shotguns, you got the Model 68. I don't use shotguns, but the Model 680 seems highly overpowered. Then you have the 725, which is a 2-round capability. Kind of, I can't think of what the weapon was, but it kind of pops open and you put it in there. Then you have the R90 shotgun, the Origin 12 shotgun. Then the LMGs, you have the M90, the SA87, the PKM, and the MG34. From the M91, the recoil is unbelievably ridiculous. It sucks so bad. You can't use it, especially in close quarters. That's why I'm hoping they bring back the war from World War II that you could be able to use this weapon in. The recoil is just unbelievably stupid. It was very hard to handle. It's in between a shotgun and an AR. I would say it's in between not a shotgun, a sniper rifle, and the AK-47 as the recoil. But the M19 is the only one that you can use in this game mode. The marksman rifles, there is no marksman rifles that you can use in the beta, but you have the EBR-14, the MK2 carbine, and the Kar98. I believe they do not have any scopes on it. It's all iron sights, and you have to work that way up. Then the sniper rifles, the AX50. I would kind of go with more like the 50 cal or the intervention kind of combined. Highly overpowered. I'm talking probably from mid thigh up is one shot. Then you have the Dragunov and the ADR. The AX50 is the only one that you can use in the beta, but that is running through the primary selections, going into the secondary selections that you can use. Handguns, you have the 50 cal GS, or what's the .50 GS, which is like the Desert Eagle. You get to use that one, and the M19. Now the 50, it can either be 1 shot or 2 shot depending on how close you are. I still think that should be later on. You should be able to unlock it on level 1, but yet again, this is beta. Then you have the M19, very smooth, rapid cycle rate, burn through ammo really quick, but can use at a very good pace. Then you have the M816, the X16, And then the 1911, you can't use those. Then you have the launchers, the PILA, a portable infiltrated surface to air missile that fires, that is a free fire option, self-propelled missile, has a high rate of speed and a moderate explosion yield. Then you have the Stedrel P, which is an 84 recoils rifle, lobs a explosive projectile, very high velocity. The unguided armor piercing round has a low explosive yield, but yet devastating against vehicle to contact. So that's kind of like the I can't think of, but it's an unguided rocket basically. Then you have the RPG-7. Everyone knows what the RPG is. Then you have the JOKR, or in Modern Warfare 2 times, the javelin that shoots straight up in the air, or well, kind of launches out, shoots up, and then comes down. Wonderful. I can't wait to use that, but you can only use the PILA in this game mode. Perks: slot 1, double time. The double of the duration of a tactical sprint increases the crouch movement by 30%. Overkill: you get to carry 2 primary weapons. Scavenger: resupply ammo from dead players. EOD: reduced damage from non-kill streaks, explosive fire, hack enemy claymores, proximity mines, and C4, which is like the flap jacket, and so on and so forth. Cold-blooded: undetectable by AI targeting systems, and the thermal optics immune to snapshot grenades, and we'll get in the snapshot grenade, which is basically like a you throw it, and when it goes off, you get to see kind of who's around you. Then the quick fix: killing players, capturing objectives, and holding objectives will increase your health regeneration rate, which will be great for headquarters. I believe it would be great for headquarters. You're holding an objective you can set up, especially I'll get into more of that, but just holding an objective, you get that more objective base, and you get to live longer, which I think will be a good perk to use. But in the time of the beta, double time and overkill is the only ones that you get to use. Perk 2, you have, first one is restock regen equipment over 30 seconds. Your equipment. Hardline, everyone knows your kill streak costs one less kill. Those are the only 2 that you get to use in the beta. But high alert, your vision pulses when enemies outside of your view see you. So if you think about it, like in Apex, when you call out when you are using Wraith, when someone spotted you, it's kind of like that. Ghost: undetectable by UAV, radar drones, heartbeat sensors, high alert, hide death markers of enemies that kill you. Kill chain is an interesting one. Kill streaks: you earn current life, earn kill credits for another kill streak. So that kind of brings you back to Modern Warfare 2. If a kill streak kills someone, it goes towards another kill streak. I like that. I do. It has a nice subtle tweak to it, so it's not overpowered like it was in Modern Warfare 2, but I still enjoyed it. If a Harrier kills, you can't just get your chopper gunner without this perk. Now going into perk 3, tune-up increases the charge rate of a field upgrade by 50%. We will get into your field upgrades, and I like these field upgrades. I think these field upgrades kind of bring a different kind of method to the game. Amped: faster weapon swap and rocket reload speed. Shrapnel spawns an extra piece of lethal equipment. Explosive damage delays enemies' regeneration. Those are the 3 that you get to use in beta. Then you have Battle Harden: reduces the strength of enemy flashes, stun, EMP effects. Then you have Spotter: season enemy equipment, field upgrades, kill streaks through walls, mark for your team by looking at them while aiming down sight. So you get to kind of mark it for your teammates with a little bit of a ping system, so your teammates know what's going on. If you're running a group of 5 people or 6 people, this is probably a great perk for at least one person to run. Tracker. Enemies leave footprints, a small footprint trail behind. See markers at enemy's death location. Those are your perks. Now you get into the lethal. You have your frags, you have your claymores, and you have your semtex. Claymores, you set down, enemy walks by, kaboom. Semtex is a sticky grenade. You stick to a wall, stick to anything, kaboom. Frag grenade, really good, useful. You get to you can cook it for as long as you, well, not cook it as long as you want. It eventually blows up. I have not yet tested at what point does it blow up. Semtex I don't think is as powerful as it used to be back in the last bit of Call of Duties. I still think it's a little weak. C4 you get to toss, is a large explosive that sticks to any surface and can be detonated with the R1 or double tapping square. This is for PlayStation 4. I believe it's what, X or triangle, or Y or something for Xbox. I don't know what. Proximity mine, which will be great for someone who likes to take out kill streaks, especially if someone calls in those two vehicles I named prior, which I don't remember the name of. Then you have your throwing knife. Your thermite is a very different kind of, I like to see it. It looks really nice, and it sticks to all surfaces. It's basically a thermite. It's basically like a Molotov cocktail, but in a form of thermite, which burns hotter and kills better. Then you have your Molotov cocktail, which is basically you light it on fire and you throw it at someone and it kills them. That's basically what that is. Then your tactical, you have your flash grenade, flashes enemies and deafens them, can't see. Stun grenade slows them down. Smoke, people cannot see through it unless you have different scopes. Stem is a stimulant that cauterizes combat wound and refreshes tactical sprint. So I believe it has to do something like it did with Black Ops 4 when people were shooting at you and you help regen your health faster. Snapshot grenade provides a momentary glimpse of an enemy with a blast radius. On your minimap shows up, boom, there you go. Gas grenade, simple enough. You throw it out, people choke, die, whatever. Heartbeat sensor. A tablet that displays a rough information about enemies nearby. It does not attach to your weapon like it did in Modern Warfare 2, and it just doesn't stay there in the entire time, so I think that's a good method. The decoy grenade, if they don't change the minimap, this perk or this tactical weapon is completely useless. Dumb, retarded. There's no need for it. Simple as that. There's no need for it. But that is your loadouts and all that other different stuff. Now let's get into the field upgrades. You have a deployable cover. A portable rapid deploy ballistic cover. Bulletproof. When you crouch, your head still goes over the top of it so people still can kill you. So it's good for when I was playing. I will demonstrate when I was playing Headquarters. This is a great, you kind of put it in the corner and you kind of camp out, but you're defending an object or a objective. So really, is it camping if you're I can't speak today. Is it really camping when you are protecting an objective? No, not really. Now it has a recharge rate that's fast. So I would say every minute to a half minute, when you get into the game, it recharges pretty fast, and you get to put multiple of these down. They don't limit to you how many that gets put down. Then you have a ammunition box. Okay, I don't know why they just didn't say ammunition box. Deploys a box of ammunition for you and your teammates. Shoot at your own risk, basically. Then you have a recon drone, a remote controlled drone. Oh, that's at a medium pace, so it's not it's not really fast. It's kind of slower. It takes a little bit to get to. Recon drone, remote controlled drone that marks enemies, so you can fly it around, mark the enemies so your teammates know where they are. It's a slow rate. You don't get to use this in the beta. Stopping power rounds, reload your gun with stopping power rounds that deal extra damage. Obviously, that's gotta be a slow rate. It's not a perk this year. It's like stopping power, basically, of the perks of the past. Dead silence temporarily makes your footsteps quieter. Kills refresh duration. And that's a fast recharge, so you can use this multiple times. over recursion, of over the amount faster than you would anything else. Now with tactical insertion, marks a location as your next spawn point. Now with this being here, I don't think there's going to be any boosting lobbies or whatever the case may be, because it's not going to respawn right away, so you would have to wait and wait and wait and wait for it to respawn. I don't know how they're going to put this in the game quite yet. The trophy system, a deployable auto, it basically destroys shit. Okay, all right, I'm not going to read all of that. It's basically going to destroy shit. Up to three pieces of equipment and projectiles. EMP drone detonates an EMP payload at a target location using RC plane, disables all electronics in the area. Little RCA drone that goes through, EMP pulse. You get the point. Now, when I want to get into here, so right off the bat, you have these operators. You have the Coalition and the Allegiance. The Coalition, I would believe, is the good side, and the Allegiance is the bad side. And these are all the people you get the default, the SAS, which, if you remember, the task force that was in Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, I believe. But here are your different skins that you get to use. Some of these are obviously blocked and you can't get to them. Then you have the default, the SAS, the Warcom, and the Demon Dogs. Pretty different. I like it. The Allegiance must be the Russian side, because you have the Spetsnaz and the Jackals and the Chirmers, I think. But here are your that one's kind of weird, but cool. I mean, you got the diverse different, abilities there. You don't really get to do much here, weapons, so on and so forth. But here is your filter so far. You have Team Deathmatch, Domination, TDM 20 players, Domination 20 players. That's fine. The games that I played, a lot of the time, they were at one particular map, and it was Domination over and over and over. And I switched to Headquarters, and there was different amounts. But here is what you're gonna get. So you have a 6v6 max in Azhur Cave, Hackney Yard, and Grazer Raid. The three maps, the 10 versus 10, Grazer Raid. Featured playlist are Headquarters modes, Team Deathmatch, and Domination. Level cap is at level 10. You can't go any higher than that. So far, it seems like the weapons go higher. Headquarters, what they did differently is, at the time, Headquarters was you go in and whoever controls it gets the point. Well, whoever goes in and controls it, they keep it going, but they don't respawn. So you die, and the people have to destroy the Headquarters, obviously, to reset. So that's kind of, you don't got a lot of this back and forth. A person, a team completes it, they have to defend it for about a minute, and then the other team comes in. Domination, I like how it holds. I like how so far they all have held. So like if you went to go in to capture a flag, you die, and you have half a mark, that half a mark stays. If you have 3/4 on mark, that stays. If you have 99.9% of it, it stays unless an enemy comes on and tries to reclaim some of that back. I like that. It's interesting. It keeps the momentum flowing. It keeps everything kind of going. When we go into the weapons, what I do not like so far, when you go into the gunsmith, you can only equip 5 things: either a muzzle, barrel, laser, optic stock, underbarrel, magazine, grip, or a perk. I don't like limiting my weapons to certain things. Trust me, you're not going to make a weapon overpowered because you have certain things on there. The only thing I would say is maybe the perks is the only thing that I could go with. Let's go through the perks real quick. You have sleight of hand, which should just be a normal perk that you can put on yourself. Faster reload, heavy hitter, stuns a target, produces a greater stun on a target when you hit them. I prefer the knife. Bring it back to those days. Close quarter combat. I'm sorry, but if you stun me, but yet I still can kill you, that's not fair because obviously I got to you first. I think that should be dead. FMJ, higher penetration. Basically, stance training is ridiculous. I can't believe they put this in the game. If you crouch, you have better aim. If you lay down, you have better aim than you do standing up. You should not have a improved recoil control. That's dumb. I don't like it. The fraggable wounding, bullets cause targets to heal, healing to briefly delayed. I don't care if my person takes forever to reload to regen, because this is what I'm gonna tell you what's gonna end up happening. Either I'm gonna kill the dude's gonna kill me, or the dude's gonna cower in a corner, or I'm gonna cower in a corner. Okay, that shouldn't be in it. That should not even be in it. Fully loaded. A lot of these should be pro perks to other things that you get. This should be part of scavenger. This should not be a separate perk that you can put on your weapon. They're watering down the product. It should be changed. But your muzzle, obviously, that's where your suppressor goes. Your muzzle brake, breacher device, flash guard. You kind of get what the here is and there. Stock and underbarrel laser, pointless. I think laser's a pointless thing except for an SMG. Optics, some of the optics are very nice. I would like the operator's reflex. The hollow sight's pretty nice. The aim OP reflex sight is nice. Scout, unless you are on a big map, but so far all these maps are close quarters. Some of them are pretty tight. They seem open, but yet again, there's a lot of high ground and low ground, and everything's clamped together. So there's no need for a 3x sight. A 4x, no, unless they make something that is a lot greater, like a more wide open map. Then yes, obviously it would be good. But I am not putting a freaking sniper scope on my freaking AR. I'm sorry, that's not gonna happen. Maybe my FAL, but anything else, it should not be on there. I'm sorry, that should just not be on there. I don't think I haven't really unlocked much of what you can get out of this. But you can find out for yourself, obviously. What I have found that I do not like about this game, and I'm gonna probably throw some B-roll over the top of this. It seems slow, it seems clunky. I don't like the way you run. You run with the weapon up in one hand, and it blocks you from seeing the right side of your screen. It should be down in the down position while running so that you can see the full screen of you. No one is going to run with the weapon up like no one is going to run with a weapon on one hand running through the field. It's not going to happen. That should have been changed. It's not suitable for the style of gameplay that I enjoy. Now, some people may enjoy it. I don't. You have the slide. Not a dolphin dive, but you slide. That's not too bad. The time to kill is short. I like that. It normally takes about 5 to 10 rounds to kill someone. That works out pretty well. The biggest thing that I take away from this beta, and I find it very disappointing, is you have in the upper top of your screen, you have the coordinates. You have north, east, south, northwest, southwest, northeast, southeast, and it shows little dots of where the enemy is at. They don't give you a mini map. You only get a mini map, personal radar, or UAV. How do you expect people to learn your maps? How do you expect people to prevent from camping? How do you expect people to understand your game when you don't give them a mini map? This is Call of Duty. Give us a mini map. It is ridiculous that you're not going to be able to give us a mini map unless I earn the mini map. I don't agree with it. It slows down the style of the game. The maps are too tight for you to give me no mini map. How am I supposed to learn the terrain of your game and still be successful at the same time without a mini map? If I have a guy camping in a corner, I want to know where he's at so I can go kill him. I don't want a vague direction where he's at. I want the actual direction and where I can see him and say, all right, camping's enough. I'm going to bombard you. You're done. It's over. You have gone so long, so successfully with minimaps, and now you want to change it. Activision, Infinity Ward, don't change that. Bring back the minimap, please. If it's a test run, it's a test run, but do not take it away from us. You cannot take it away from. Please do not take it away from us, because there's so many people that camp, and you fall right into their trap every single time. Please give us the minimap. You can do it in hardcore. I don't care what you do in hardcore, but give us the minimap, please. How else are we supposed to learn your system if you don't give us a minimap? How am I supposed to kill the guy that's sitting there hiding in the corner in a building if I don't have a minimap? Simple. I believe real quick that shotguns should not be, well, I guess it can be a primary weapon, but that's for another time. But that is my overview of Call of Duty. We're about 31 minutes into this. I didn't realize how long I was talking for. That is my review of Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Not a bad game. I enjoyed it. I think I'm really hyped for it, and I can't wait for it to officially come out October 25th to really get fully forced into it. It's a nice little teaser. I only got to play a couple 4 hours of it, just because the weekend, I'm going to be gone all weekend. And I think it ends the 16th, but I don't know if I will be playing it the 16th. I don't know when I'm getting back. So if you enjoyed this review, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you didn't, leave a comment telling me what you did not like about it and let me know what I can do to change it. But I will be streaming this live, especially when this comes out on Twitch at IIVTechII. NHL 20 just came out. I'm downloading that right now. So that is the next game I'm going to be fully playing until Modern Warfare comes out. Follow me on Twitter at IIVTechII as well. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, rest of your evening, and I hope you enjoy this game. Frag